Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Abigail if you're new. Um, so it is Sunday. Yes, I know I'm wearing the same shirt as the last video, but this is one of the more comfortable shirts that I own, and it's like technically a bed shirt, but it's like an everyday shirt too, so yes, I know it's the same shirt, but it's a different day. Today is Sunday for me, and I did something really exciting today. I stayed for the whole service. I have just been going to Sunday school and then skipping the service because um I've been having these episodes where I feel like I'm going to faint, and it's kind of scary. So I've been leaving church early. But today I told my mom, I said, if I don't push myself a little bit to go for longer periods of time, I feel like I'm going to be in this position where I feel like I'm stuck at home, and it's no fun to be able to not go anywhere. And I understand it's scary to feel like you're going to faint, but like, I feel like church is one of the best places to be um, when you have a problem. And I was really tired of having to miss. And I know that people understand, but at the same time, I feel like if I didn't push myself a little bit, I wasn't going to get over this fainting fear. So, um, I did push myself to go today. We had a really good Sunday school class and a really good service. Um, we had a really good, like, prayer before, like, the actual preaching started, and I did decide to go up for prayer. Um, because I've been going through a lot. I have this issue where I feel like I'm going to faint, and then even though my like stoma being sensitive is part of having a feeding tube, we just have to deal with it sometimes. Having two things go on at once, it's definitely been like kind of hard. So I decided that it would be the time to um, go up to the front and get prayer. So I did, and it was really really sweet. There was somebody in front of me, um, in line for prayer, and I helped pray for them first, and then I went up for prayer and like, huh? I went up for prayer, and so many of our church people like gathered around, and it was really really sweet. And then I was like kind of scared to go to the altar because I thought that if I did have an episode and go out, I would not want it to be at the altar. That would be kind of scary. So instead, I went to the front, but I went to the front row and I prayed on one of those chairs, and it was basically being at the front without being at the altar. And um different people came up and helped pray with me, and that was really sweet. And our assistant pastor, which um I'm not really sure if they have this in like other religions, but Pentecostal people, which is what we are, they have what's called a assistant pastor. Some of them, not every church does, but some do. And basically what an assistant pastor is it's basically a second pastor. It's not the pastor, but he's the person that preaches, like if our pastor is out of town or something like that. He would be the guy that would step in and preach for us. Um so our assistant pastor and his wife came up and prayed with me, and it was really really sweet. And then whenever it was time to leave, um some of the ladies of our church like gathered around and gave me hugs and said that they were glad I was there, and it was a really sweet experience, and I'm really glad that I pushed myself to go even though I was scared. Um I knew that if I was going to have an episode at church, that would probably be one of the best places to have an episode is at church, because um that's, you know, that's basically what we call our church family, and it's, I love being there, and I'm very very thankful I was able to go back. I still wear my wristband all the time, and I know that if there was any point during church or Sunday school, if someone saw me having a hard time, that they would definitely tell my parents. So I'm very glad that like everyone's like very much on the same page and stuff about like, you know, what to do. And I've only actually went out one time um since like my diagnosis, and it's called like biological syncope or something like that, or vagal syncope. It's basically this thing that some young adult girls go through, it where for a unknown reason, um your body basically just like passes out for a minute. um and so it's only happened to me one time so far, but I have felt it like multiple times before. So anytime I feel like I might faint, I just go ahead and like prepare myself, which is why I do have this bracelet. It has this medical uh symbol on it. It says gastroparesis, medical issues, feeding tube, and developmental delays. Um, because I have other health issues, and um, if I was ever in an emergency, we would need people to know what my diagnoses are. So, anyways, I'm glad that I was able to um, go back to church, and actually have a funny story for you. Um, it's actually like funny, but not funny. So, um, in church, one of the things that was talked about this morning was like young people are, I think they were referring to young people, but really people in church in general, how we should stay away from like, should say like questionable things, right? Like bad movies, bad music, that type of thing, right? And I don't know why it hit me funny, because like it's a serious topic, but like when I got home from church, I think it was my mom I was talking to. I was like, "Oh man, I can't watch a bad movie now that I know that." Like obviously I'm in church. I know that I'm not gonna like go home and do something bad, but it was just like it was a joke that like, oh no, now I can't like go listen to something bad or watch something bad now that I know that. Like I obviously know that, but I just thought it was kind of funny because it was like if I would have planned that, which obviously I didn't. It was a joke, but I just thought I would share that because when something funny happens, I try to share it, give y'all a little bit of a laugh, and that was just like the kind of thing that came to my mind was it's kind of like not to do something, so you're like go do it. But like not that I would really go do that, but it was a funny thought. So same with like anything else that I like know not to go do. Like I don't know. Somebody says, "Oh, you should go do that." But like that's on my list. I just thought it was kind of something funny to think about because I try to find the funny situations and like the small things because it's like one positive way to look at life like whenever you have health issues and a lot that you go through. So anyways, I hope that made y'all laugh because I thought it was funny. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe if you're new, hit the notification bell, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye everyone.